Now I have a machine gun. Ho ho ho. The MP5, the German subgun, that won America's heart. This is actually a machine gun too, which is pretty cool. We'll check it out in the video. We are back in Texas at American Outlaws. Gat Cave. Gat Cave. We are checking out one of the most iconic firearms in history, the MP5. Now, the MP5 itself, one of the coolest subguns ever to be invented, and it still holds a special place in my heart, or the hearts of anybody who grew up in the 80s or 90s. In any action movie that was worth anything, this gun was used. And it didn't matter the range of the character was shooting at, they were using an MP5. We've seen movies where these guns were used to 200-300 meters with pristine accuracy. Now is that real? In real life.
Hello darkness, my old friend.
Part 2 will only show us that.
There we go.
Let's get into the history of the gun. The MP5 was designed by Heckler & Koch, Heckler & Koch, Heckler & Koch, however you want to say it. The MP5 is designed as a delayed roller locking system similar to that of the HK91. Let's get into the MP5's biggest competition during that time. If you think you know what it is, put it down in the comments. Surprisingly enough, I came to find out that the Uzi was actually the biggest competition of the MP5, which by today's standard is astoundingly strange to hear that. We all know the famous slap. I'm not going to do this because it is not my gun. Something really cool about the MP5 is that there was different configurations in which the gun came. You had the standard model, which is what we see here. You had the K variant, which is shorter, with a side folding stock, or sometimes you saw them where they put the little sling swivel back here and did that, push the gun against the back with the sling and drive the gun out, as they like to say. And then you had the SD variant as well. Now, when we're talking about specs of the gun, 9x19, roughly weighs about 7 pounds empty. You have your same HK style ghost sights on this thing. The barrel itself is 8.9 inches with a tri-lug adapter on the end. Super cool for attaching and detaching the suppressor. So we work our way back. This one is extremely special because it has single, semi-automatic, 3-round burst, or the full flip to the rip switch. Okay, and then we can move back to what is probably the bigger upgrade on this gun as of modern times is the Magpul MP5 collapsible stock. The telescoping Magpul stock. Super compact design, 18 inches roughly when closed. Easily fit this thing in a backpack. Became a staple of the special operations communities all over the world due to its reliability, compactness, and as far as I'm concerned, overall cool look.
Crystal cool.
Let's talk ergonomics with the firearm. Similar to a lot of other HK patterned weapons, doesn't have a bolt hold open, so last round goes click. Now we can either open that breech, pull that mag out, insert the new mag, and give it the slappy slap home. Now we know that everything's up and running again, or we can get the click, drop a mag, throw a new one in, and just rack and start shooting then. Again, ergonomics with these safety selectors. You have to have a serious set of meat hands in order to get this thing without breaking your entire shooting platform down. Even to go from safe to just single semi-automatic.
Big, masculine. My hands tell a story of greatness.
If I was shouldered, I can't get there without opening my entire hand up. It gets very difficult going from safe to single. Single to 3 rounds, not bad. That seems like a normal throw to me, and then 3-round to full auto is super easy, and I can just disengage the safety going back up that way. Okay, continuing on with the ergonomics, outside of the safety selector, we have the paddle mag release on the gun, but they also incorporate on the Zenith model the push finger release on the gun. But again, there ain't no way I'm getting there.
Jack Kelly, lawyer. Good to see you again.
Are those fake hands?
No?
For all the people out there who like to do that over-the-top C-clamp, you have basically a little throttle gauge here that I can put that crook of my thumb on, but now I can't really see my sights. So you got to kind of play with it. Maybe change up the style of shooting that you do if you want to get one of these, or just go old school and hold underneath like they used to, which is still viable. This gun was made famous in the 1980s. So having it be the biggest competition with the Uzi, the Uzi was kind of taking over the realm of the subgun.
The Uzi 9mm?
You know your weapons, buddy.
Until an operation happened, Operation Nimrod. Operation Nimrod happened in the Iranian embassy and was made famous by the SAS operators that were utilizing this firearm here in the pictures storming the embassy itself. And when that hit the front pages, everyone around the world wanted this gun. And it still holds true today. There's very few people I know that wouldn't want a super cool fully automatic MP5 with a collapsible telescoping stock. And more importantly, if you can get your hands on, say, a Dakota SD variant, you're looking really good, and that's a bucket list gun for most people. It's iconic, right? This is an icon of the 80s, 90s, and I would say even today, we're still seeing a place for this gun, whether that's nostalgia or just a cool thing to have. People are still really engaging in the idea of owning an MP5. They've sort of become more of the Jeep Wrangler Lego put-together guns as they were in the past. There's a lot of things that we can do. There's different forends we can put on these as opposed to this original triangle-based forend. There's different buttstock options, different lower options. We can go stick mags or these slightly curved ones, right? There's more things that we can do to these than we used to be able to. And through modern technology of gunsmithing, there are some gunsmiths out there that can take these and chop them down, turn them into SDs. Super cool things, right? This is your basic stripped down variant with a few upgrades to it. We have room up top here for a pick rail so that we can throw, say, a red dot on there. I know Midwest Industries also makes an M-LOK extension that runs all the way from about that pick rail to the front go sight up there. And you can throw M-LOK on there to put a laser up there if you wanted to. The issue that we have with these is we run out of real estate very quickly with that 8-inch barrel. So you got to kind of pick your pieces wisely and not put things on there that make it look kind of goofy. But as far as an American icon, German icon, British icon, I don't know of another gun that holds a candle to the MP5. If you do, mention it down below. Give us a like, give us a follow, give this a share. We really appreciate it. We'd like to thank American Outlaw down here in Texas for letting us play with his super cool guns. And piece of history right there for you. Thanks, boys.